Ang Kyoko, Philippine national artist and master Filipino painter who attained prominence for his distinct fusion of Cubist, Surrealist, and Expressionist concepts and undoubtedly one of the most dynamic figures in contemporary Philippine art. The question is, do people know Ang Kyoko?
Okay, so yung tanong ko sa'yo, do you know Ang Kyoko?
Ha? Wait, hindi ko alam eh.
Kilala mo ba si Ang Kyoko? Hindi. Kilala mo ba si Ang Kyoko?
Hindi.
Kilala mo ba si Ang Kyoko?
Hindi.
Ikaw ate, kilala mo si Ang Kyoko?
Marami rin tayo doon. Hindi. Ano?
Kilala mo si Ang Kyoko?
Si?
Ang Kyoko.
Hindi.
Kilala mo ba si Ang Kyoko?
Oo. Yung may manok na painting?
Si Ang Kyoko?
Come again?
Ang Kyoko.
Wait lang. National artist yan, di ba?
Do you know Ang Kyoko?
Oo, siya yung isa sa mga national artists natin. Ano siya, isa sa distinct traits ng paintings niya is yung corners and very expressionist yung yung style niya.
Born on March 1, 1931 in Davao City, Philippines, Ang Kyoko was the only son among a brood of 5 daughters of Chinese immigrants from Fukien, Vicente Ang and Chin Lin. His father wanted to name him Washing, meaning Chinese-born, but decided to look for another name when he learned that his cousin's son had been given the same name. Anxious about China's fate against the invading Manchurians at the time, his father named him Kyokok, meaning save the country. Kyokok's artistry began at an early age. Even before he reached his teen years, he began drawing images of people using styles that were commonly seen in magazines and comics. Later, he trained in Chinese arts with particular focus in brush and ink. In 1952, he entered the University of Santo Tomas in Manila and studied fine arts until 1954 under fellow national artist Vicente Manansala, who became a lifelong friend and mentor. Through the urging of his mentor Vicente Manansala, he launched his first one-man show at the Contemporary Arts Gallery in 1954. Since then, he has had many other solo exhibits throughout his career and earned a string of distinguished major awards along the way. He won a bronze medal at the first International Art Exhibition in Saigon in 1962 for his artwork Pieta. Third prize in the Shell National Students Art Competition for Calesa in 1953 and won several awards from the Art Association of the Philippines for his works. In 1961, he was awarded Outstanding Overseas Chinese in Art and was conferred Outstanding Citizen by the City of Manila in 1976. He won the Patnubay ng Sining at Kalinangan Award in 1976 from the City of Manila and was also given an Outstanding Alumnus Award by the University of Santo Tomas that same year. He was also awarded when one of his works became a finalist in the Mobile Art Awards in 1980. In 1990, he was featured in an exhibit called Three Figurative Expressionists, held at the Cultural Center of the Philippines along with masters Onib Olmedo and Solomon Saprid. In 2001, he was named National Artist for Visual Arts by then-President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo for his figurative expressionist style. The turning point of his career as an artist came in 1965 when he and the late Vicente Manansala went to New York. There, he was culture shocked at the sight of the stark alienation and dehumanization in the American lifestyle. Since then, in different mediums such as oil, watercolor, pen and ink, he began filling his canvases with distinct abstract and expressionist style of vivid, cubist figures and images of outrage and agony filled with anger, sorrow, ugliness, and madness, which are grotesque and often morbid representation of life scenes, a factor unappreciated by many which slighted the commercial viability of his works until the 1980s when he firmly established himself as a top seller. Since then, he enjoyed eminent success in the country and around Asia, with exhibits in Manila, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, as well in the Netherlands, Canada, and the United States. He had become the best-selling Filipino artist in auctions locally and internationally outside Vice and Christie's, aside from Fernando Amorsolo, another national artist. Today, Ang Kyokuk's artworks can be found in major local and Asian art collections, among them the Cultural Center of the Philippines, Philippine National Museum, Ateneo Art Gallery, National Historical Museum of Taipei, and the National Museum in Singapore. He was one among the many great Filipino masters whose works are exhibited and showcased in various displays in Saigon, Tokyo, Taipei, Kuala Lumpur, and Singapore. In June 10, 2017, Ang Kyokuk's Fisherman was sold at Leon's Gallery Spectacular Mid-Year Auction for 65 million pesos, becoming the most expensive Philippine artwork ever sold in the country at the time. Kyokuk's 40 by 80 piece was the largest painting by the artist to enter the market. Its subject, fishermen reaping their bounty, showed the national artist's penchant for portraying the common man in a style that fused Cubism with Expressionism. Yet more curiously, under a red sun, the three-angled forms similarly seemed to spell out the artist's name. On May 9, 2005, Ang Kyokuk, great Filipino artist, master painter, visionary genius, pioneering modernist, figurative expressionist, dynamic cubist, and surrealist national artist, succumbed to prostate cancer at the age of 74 in Quezon City, Philippines. He is survived by his wife, Mary de Jesus, with whom he had 4 children. His body was buried at the libingan ng mga bayani, befitting to a great Filipino master whose immense contribution in the field of visual arts earned him the admiration and respect of his contemporaries and countrymen.